Hello, this is the review of AMK's F14D Tomcat in 1/48 scale. On the side of the box you can see the marking options from the bounty hunters and the Tomcatters. The kit number is 88009. Now to the instructions. As usually, the main aircraft information, then the color callout only in FS standard, and the two marking options from the Tomcatters and the bounty hunters. Here you can see all the holes which must be drilled out of the under fuselage. Then the Tomcatter's decal instructions, which are normally in most instructions at the end. Oh, and here you can see they have the color callout also for Mr. Hobby range. Nope. Here it is only in FS. Okay. So, like I said, FS and Mr. Hobby. Here is the bounty hunter's decal instructions. On the next page, the main stencil data. The cockpit decals, pylons, and for the weapons, and again color callout for FS and Mr. Hobby. Now it starts with the injection seats and all the instrument panels in the cockpit. Now the front fuselage comes together. Then the cockpit slides in, which is a new technique. All the lumps and bumps of the cockpit, and then the engine and nozzles. The intake ramps can be installed in different positions, which is a nice touch. Now the intake trunks get attached to the lower fuselage body. The horizontal wings can be attached in 3 different positions. Next, the landing gear bay and the engines jump in. You get the option of having the wings in full open position with all flaps or in closed position. Here you can see that they aren't movable. You get only 3 positions to choose of. Now the top fuselage, wings and nozzles get assembled. The front landing gear can be built in up or down position. After that, all the gear doors get attached. Also the air brake. On the next page, the canopy is in closed or open position. All the pylons for the weapons. And now to the weapons. The kit has only the Sidewinder, Phoenix and Sparrow missiles included. But still you get a possible weapon loadout on this page. Here in the small corner below is the info about that. So on the last pages are all the sprues of the kit. Now to the decal sheet. The carrier film is not that thick. The carrier film on the big ones is a little bit blurry. The instrument decals look great, but the stencil data one look very blurry. Some of them are not readable. Next to the PE parts. Here you get the seat belts and canopy parts. The details and panel lines are amazing. Very sharp molded. Some nice detail in the wheel bay. But there is something I have to complain about. Here's a nasty seam line all the way from front to the back, even on twice. Wings in close position. Very nice detail. Now the open ones. All the parts are nice and clear molded so far. The front fuselage is packed separately. It is a one-piece molding. What a nice touch. The detail is absolutely stunning. No option to show the gun like the Hobby Boss kit, but you can have the steps for the pilots open. Next are the instrument panels with the cockpit. The detail is very nice. Also, the wheel bay detail is good. Oh, Now we have some injector pins on the wheelbase doors. They are all over the doors and on some not nice boards where you could sand them easy away. Also on the canopy frame. Here we have some more nice detailed parts. That's the wing frame part. The parts are nice detail, but here you can see they all got seam lines which needs to be sanded away. Here you can see the injector pin through the part. Even the air brake bay is detailed. At least there are no injector pins on the inside of the nozzles. Here are the instrument panels. Next are the injector seats. Now we have some flash on the parts. The weapon pylons are very nice detail. Some more pylon sprues. Now to the engine. I think the Hobby Boss one has more detail, but since you can't see it anyways, it is not a big problem. The wheels are okay, nothing special. The weapons are one piece molded, but there's a weak seam line. Here we have some injector pins. And again, some pins with a weak seam line, but still has some great detail. Now to the landing gear parts. They are very nice detailed, but again, seam lines and injector pins. I think the kit is very good, but you have to take some time and effort in it at some areas. In my opinion, it is a little bit too expensive in compare with the Hobby Boss kits. Canopy frame. At last, the clear parts. The one-piece canopy has two seam lines, which is very weird. The two-piece one has it not. Now the clear test. The front piece is super clear, very nice at this point. Also, the other parts are super clear. Please subscribe my channel and or share my videos. Thanks for watching.